Republican candidates, most of whom almost nobody around the country even knows who they are, went to a GOP presidential debate in Milwaukee. The leading Republican candidate said, no thanks. Instead, Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson offered some alternative programming on their own on X, with Carlson asking the 45th president a host of questions about the people on stage and, more importantly, about the feeble old man holed up in the Oval Office in the White House. I've not seen the final numbers yet, but it appears that the PR media stormtrooper team of Trump and Tucker flat out crushed Fox News. The interview has over 230 million views as we speak, and it's going up right now. It hasn't even been 24 hours. Fox News pulled in about 20 million people, which means Trump and Tucker are the most watched interview in world history as we sit here today. Think about that for a second. The most watched interview in world history took place. By the way, that's the same Fox News that bowed to pressure from outside groups a few months ago and fired Tucker, and then threatened to keep him off from social media. Threatened him if he went on there would be serious ramifications. Well, it seems that neither he nor the former president are intimidated by the ongoing attacks on both of them from Rupert Murdoch and his minions. Fox, of course, has seen its ratings plummet in the face of its epic mistake to fire the most popular news voice in the nation. And the GOP really had no way to entice Trump to take the stage in Wisconsin because he holds a 41-point Real Clear Politics average on the pack right now. It's almost certain, unless he dies, that he will be the GOP nominee. And interestingly enough, that was one of the things that he and Tucker dug into during the conversation. However, most of the time was spent on the state of affairs in this country today, and the failures of leadership, and what Democrats are willing to do just to hang on to power. Here's part of it.
We have done the stupidest things in this country, and now we have a president that can't put two sentences together, can't speak, can't walk, can't talk. I don't think he gets to the starting gate, but these people do miracles. I mean, he ran out of his basement, and you got away with that one because of COVID, so he sort of got away with it. They cheated on the election. But you have people that are very smart, but they're fascists and they're radical left lunatics, and they're destroying our country with the all-electric cars and the windmills all over the place, which, by the way, don't work, and they're all, most of them made in China. For the most part, they're made in China. Germany a little bit, but China. But you look at what's happening to our country, even no voter ID. I mean, why don't they want voter ID? There's only one reason they don't want voter ID, because they want to cheat.
They want to cheat. Imagine that. Of course, all of that's pretty much on the money. Why would the Democrats not want voter ID? They argue it's racist, you see. It's all part of a Republican plot to stop racial minorities from voting, you see. Because minorities somehow can't get any form of government ID at all, I guess. Which is all nonsense. Or Democrats are lying to you about all of it, and it is actually about cheating. Letting non-citizens vote, for example, or dead people. We know that happens all too often. But somehow, the corporate media that is guilty of failing to vet Joe Biden at all also fails to tell you that. And despite the fact that the media and Joe Biden's government claim the 2020 election was the safest and most secure in history, yes, they actually say that, every American, even the ones who say it out loud, know it's just not true. It's just an example of the lies the establishment in this country wants to sell to save itself from the American people. You see, here's a newsflash. They don't like you. They don't like you, and they certainly don't like you making decisions. They frankly cannot stand your freedom. And that is why the Fulton County DA, Fani Willis, is the latest to try to take Trump out of the 2024 race for president. And I know Democrats say they would just love the idea of Trump to be nominated again because they could easily beat him. But come on. Would they? Would they really be doing all of this if they thought it was going to be easy to beat Trump?